I stepped onto the grounds of Wake Forest University one crisp spring morning, the sun casting long shadows across the Gothic-style buildings. There was a gentle buzz in the air, students walking between classes, laughter echoing from Rinaldo Hall, whispers of excitement about a campus hero, Nick Kurtz, whose legacy is still alive in the heart of campus. As I approached the sprawling main quad, manicured lawns stretched out before me, dotted with clusters of students studying, chatting, or sipping coffee. I paused near Whitechapel, its towering spire reaching toward the sky, a silent witness to generations of student life. The chapel felt like a character in its own right, the kind of place where secrets, legends, and stories of transformation quietly swirl. But today I was here to explore another landmark, Nick Kurtz College, a recently inaugurated residential facility named in honor of Wake Forest's most extraordinary baseball alumnus. The college isn't yet on Wikipedia, but students and local news have buzzed about it since his meteoric rise to MLB fame began. After all, Kurtz was a real Demon Deacon, a first baseman whose college career shattered records before launching him to stardom. X, formerly Twitter, plus 2baseballreference.com plus 2 YouTube plus 2 SI plus 2 Vocal plus 2 Wake Forest University Athletics plus 2 Morning Reflections on Campus. I entered Nick Kurtz College, a modern building with a stone facade echoing the older Gothic aesthetic but infused with a contemporary warmth. The lobby featured a tribute hall, photos of Kurtz in his Wake Forest jersey, plaques listing his achievements, and quotes from teammates and coaches recalling his leadership as team captain in 2024. Wake Forest University Athletics, Wake Forest University Athletics. One display caught my eye, Kurtz's record-breaking stats: career walks, 189, single-season walks, 78, 22 home runs in one season, and a .531 on-base percentage during his junior year. MLB.com plus 2 Wake Forest University Athletics, plus 2 MLB.com plus 2. I paused, imagining a young Kurtz walking these same quad paths, ball in hand, dreaming of hitting towering home runs. Walking the quad, kindness in the air. Stepping back outside, I strolled across the quad, the heart of campus life. Nearby, a student helped an elderly visitor who stumbled. Within seconds, others rushed over with assistance, water, reassuring smiles, directions. That simple act radiated kindness, a hallmark of campus culture. I thought, what if this moment became a story on your channel? A tale of daily compassion and how one small act can reflect American college values. In the ZSR Library, Love Amid Finals. From the quad, I made my way to Z. Smith Reynolds Library, where the energy of finals week was palpable. Students hunched over textbooks, headphones on, coffee at hand. Amid the chaos, I noticed a pair studying together. Quiet concentration and subtle smiles. It was the perfect moment to imagine a love story. Two students finding each other during a tense study session, sharing hidden glances, late-night coffee runs by Rinaldo Hall, campuses blending academics with romance. Afternoon journey, tour of Nick Kurtz College. Back at Nick Kurtz College, I walked through the common room, where students gathered to watch baseball highlights. On the screen, clips played of Kurtz hitting 4 home runs in a single MLB game, a monumental achievement and a proud moment for the Demon Deacons. BaseballReference.com plus 14 Reuters plus 4 Wake Forest University Athletics plus 14. The room hummed with admiration. Students wore Wake Forest green and gold, chanting, "Go Diacs." I joined, letting myself be swept into the excitement. One enthusiastic resident told me, "We're living in his legacy." Every time a freshman moves in, they say, "I'm living in Nick Kurtz College." It feels like inspiration. As dusk fell, I lingered by the baseball stadium, David F. Couch Ballpark, just a short walk from the college building. Perfectly timed, inside glow of stadium lights as the baseball team practiced. To my surprise, I looked up and saw Nick Kurtz walk onto the field in a Wake Forest sweatshirt, visiting hometown campus. Students and fans recognized him immediately, cheering, approaching for photos and autographs. He smiled, hugged a few, spoke politely. I overheard, he says the campus shaped him, gave him discipline, respect. That echoed the emotions I'd seen during the day. Community, pride, kindness, personal encounter, a message from Kurtz. Through a student, I introduced myself. He paused mid-line drive, turned, nodded, and said, "Welcome back. Wake shaped every part of me." He recounted walking from the dorm to his first practice, lessons from Coach Walter. He spoke of overcoming a shoulder injury, grinding through mid-season struggles, walking more than anyone else in the country that year. 78 walks. Wake Forest University athletics. Then came his reflection on his MLB debut, a nerve-wracking first pitch that he hit for an RBI single on April 23, 2025, ESPN.com plus baseballreference.com. The way he said, "It felt like everything else just turned into playing again, just the game I've played my whole life." I felt chills. That moment could be a slice of life story about determination, using your campus experience as launchpad. Nighttime ghost story at Wake Chapel. As the campus quieted and the chapel's silhouette stood tall, I was drawn back to Wake Chapel under moonlight. A local student told me a campus legend. On stormy nights, a mysterious figure appears in the bell tower, said to be a former student who never graduated. The sound of bells, ghostly shapes in lightning flashes, nothing confirmed, but the eerie thrill captured the gothic ambience. It occurred to me, what if your next horror story is based here? A nighttime tour inside Wake Chapel, whispers in the dark. The chapel's centuries-old stones holding memories. I imagined a visiting family weekend. A child lost near Nick Kurtz College, wandering through campus, discovering squirrel friends near the quad, finding unexpected nooks behind the library steps. He finds the display in the tribute hall to Kurtz, is inspired by stories of hard work, then reunites with his group guided by helpful students. A kid-friendly adventure, a perfect family narrative capturing wonder, safety, and little campus magic. By the end of my visit, I sat on a bench under a tree, reflecting. The architecture, the people, the energy, it all felt alive with story potential. There's a slice of life story, a day at Wake Forest, weaving campus tour, kindness, student life, with Kurt's visit as emotional anchor. A love story, two students meeting during finals in the library, coffee dates, shared dreams. A horror story, a night tour in Wake Chapel with a ghostly twist. A kid's adventure, a lost child discovering college curiosity and kindness. And through it all, the symbol of Nick Kurtz College, a tribute to a student who embodied leadership, discipline, humility, a real demon deacon whose story inspires the next generation.